Hello, hello, good evening. Happy Monday. I hope you're doing well today and I hope you had a lovely weekend. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips to help you squeeze your movement practice in if you're super busy. And before I share those with you though, if you are watching, please do give me a little thumbs up. Let me know you're watching or give me a heart if you are enjoying this video. If you've got any questions at any point, please do pop them in the comments. And same goes if you are watching on catch up, you can always tag me and I will be sure to come back and answer your questions later on. So 5 tips to help you when you're busy and you want to try and incorporate your movement practice. So my first tip is to try and fit it in the morning. This is a really good one because it helps to get it done first thing almost out of the way, so that you know that something else doesn't come along and derail you. But it does mean setting the alarm a little bit earlier in the morning, which sometimes can be a little bit of a challenge. I recommend, if you're going to give this one a go for the first time, just start small and just start by trying a 5 or 10 minute practice in the morning. So just setting your alarm just 5 or 10 minutes early and give yourself a real good chance at getting past the friction of being bleary-eyed first thing in the morning by putting out your practice clothes, so your leggings and top, having your music ready to go, perhaps having your mat down or at least a space cleared ready for you to do whatever it is you're going to be doing. So that way that it's ready to go when you get up, you can just get straight on with it. And I also recommend keeping it gentle, certainly at least to warm up, really making sure that you ease your body into the day. So my second tip, and this is my favorite one and pretty much the one that I practice, and it's connected to the first one. If you're going to have a morning practice, maybe try doing it after you've had your morning shower. Now, this can be a little bit counterintuitive because it seems a bit crazy to have your shower before you do movement practice when you might get it all sweaty. But trust me, it really helps to wake you up and make you feel a little bit more alert and gives you a real good connection to start the day off well, and kind of revitalizes you a little bit to get you ready to go if you're feeling a little bit bleary-eyed in the morning. And it can act as a good cue to help you solidify the habit, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So my third tip is, if mornings really aren't happening for you, you know you're not a morning person, absolutely fair enough, I hear you. You're going to want to try and squeeze it in after you finish your working day. And this can be a challenge because it can be the end of the day and it can be tiring, and sometimes the last thing you want to do is start moving. So you really have to put some things in place to make it easy for you to do the practice and not think, oh, I'll just skip it today and rest. So if you are working from home, like a lot of us are at the moment, I recommend making it really easy just to get on with your movement practice right after work, moving straight from your desk to your practice space. Again, same thing, having your leggings and top ready to go. Make sure that you don't get the dinner on first or start watching Netflix and think, oh, I'll do it later, because most likely that's going to be another thing that derails you. If you are coming home from work, if you're going out to work again and you're coming home, then you can give yourself a cue, which we're going to talk about in a moment, such as soon as you put your keys down, you're going to get into your dance clothes, into your practice clothes, your leggings, your skirt, whatever it is, and get straight on before you do anything else as soon as you get home. That way you know that you're going to get it done. And it's not like a chore, but sometimes it can be challenging to think about doing something energetic when we've just done a hard day's work. But we know that when we get into it, we're going to enjoy it. So tip number 4 is, sometimes this is a good one if you're working from home at the moment, is sometimes to split the practice out over the day. So maybe you feel like you could do a little bit in the morning, but maybe only 5 minutes or so. Then maybe at lunchtime you can squeeze in another 5 or 10 minutes perhaps. And this can be a fantastic way to break up the day and also give your body some movement nourishment if you've been sat at a desk. And then same thing in the evening. Perhaps you can take 10-15 minutes when you've finished work to do part of your practice. And again, that can be a really nice way to finish your working day, to stretch out after being at your desk, and can give you a nice start to the evening as well, and give you a little bit of an energy boost after work. If you're feeling tired, it can kind of revitalize you to do a little bit of a workout or a little bit of dance or whatever it is before you have your evening meal, and perhaps do something more relaxing in the evening. So number 5 is try and give yourself cues for your practice. So cues are important to us. A lot of us understand about cues from our dance. So if you're a Fat Chance style dancer, or you dance ITS or perhaps Fly Fusion, then you know all about cues. They are a signal as to what's going to happen next. So by creating a cue for your movement practice, whenever you decide to do it and however you decide you want to do it, that's really going to help to start to solidify it as something that you're definitely going to do next. So for example, take the example I gave of doing it after having a shower. For me, taking a shower in the morning kind of serves as a cue. So I'll get out of bed, I will put my yoga mat down, I will get in the shower, and then I'm ready to go. And that's pretty much my daily routine. Same thing, if you're coming home from work, you can think, have your leggings out by wherever it is that you put your keys, so that you can put your keys down, you can put your leggings on, you've got no excuse to start dancing or start moving right away. Or if you're working from home, I mean, maybe if you know you're going to be eating soon afterwards, you could always put the oven on and then go and do your practice, and then that way you know it's ready to go, and you know you're not thinking about dinner necessarily, you know you've already started that process, but now you're going to do your movement practice first. If you are spacing it out throughout the day, do you have something that you do regularly, like perhaps make yourself a cup of tea or coffee or whatever it is? Perhaps you could add on, maybe while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, you could do a few things, that kind of thing. So find some things that you do regularly that you can attach them to, and that can, number one, they'll serve as cues, and they'll also serve, it's called habit stacking, when you put your habits together, new things that you're trying to add in with things that you already do. So give that a go and see how that works. So there are my 5 tips. One of them is starting in the morning, nice and early, get it done, get it out of the way. Number 2, have a shower first, refresh yourself before you do the practice. Or number 3, take it into the evening and make sure that you do it as soon as you finish your working day. Number 4, think about spreading it out throughout the day and planning it in little sections. And number 5, whichever one of those you choose, even if it's a mixture of them, then please do create yourself some cues for your practice. And I would love to know, if you are already doing this, what cues that you have in place for your practice, or if it's something you've started trying to implement, what things have worked and what haven't for you. Or perhaps if this is a new idea and you liked it, maybe drop a comment below and let me know what thing you are going to put in place, because I would be really interested to hear all about it. So I think that's it for today. I haven't seen any comments pop below, so I'm going to finish this video in case unless anyone else quickly wants to jump in. But if you'll think of some questions afterwards, or if you're watching this on catch up, please do tag me and I will answer the question, or tag me if you're going to pop in one of your cues that you already do, or something that you want to implement. If you enjoyed this video, please do share it with your friends, or tag a friend who you think needs this, and give me a little thumbs up or a like if you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you next week. Take care.